come from. As long as you're a black man, you're an African.
Peace, peace, family. Who do I have here with me?
You have Ivana.
Okay. So one of the things that stuck out to me is this red, black, and green fishnet tank top that you have on. Are you just wearing the colors for like a cultural symbol, or do you understand the meaning behind them?
I'm wearing it as a cultural symbol. My dad's Jamaican, so he bought this for me.
Okay. Has your father educated you on Marcus Garvey?
He has. He's educated me on plenty of things.
Okay. So Marcus Garvey is like the creator of these colors, right? And these colors are a sense of Pan-Africanism, right?
Right.
So as I was saying, those colors are like a sense of Pan-Africanism. Now your mother is of European descent and your father is
She's Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
Lighter Puerto Rican, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now when I say Puerto Rican, right, well, often a lot of people say Puerto Rican, but we don't understand what Puerto Rico means. Puerto Rico actually means rich port. So and nationality-wise, she can say she's Puerto Rican, but racially, what does she classify as?
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Latino.
That's like ethnic or whatever. Okay. So you're here enjoying yourself today. So what are some of the things that you appreciate about the Jamaican culture?
I appreciate the unity, the support, and just the overall love and the welcoming that I feel from this community here.
Okay. Your father has raised a lovely, beautiful... Father, were you going to say anything? You want to come? No? Okay. I definitely love your hair, by the way. I love that you embrace the culture. I appreciate that. Now, what do you classify yourself as being of a mixed race person?
I can classify myself as multiracial. I don't want to take part in being too much of anything, so I like having the mix and feeling equal of both loves from both cultures.
Well, I appreciate your time. What's your name again?
Ivana.
Thank you, Ivana. I appreciate your time, all right? Enjoy the event. Peace, peace, black family. So who do I have here with me?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Where are you from, Jonathan?
Kingston.
Kingston, Jamaica. Blah, 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 blah. 2 times for Jamaicans in the building. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with the teachings of Marcus Garvey?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. And his teachings of Pan-Africanism?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, I want to ask you one question, right? What is the issue that I've noticed? You may not have seen it, but I've noticed. What is the issue between Jamaicans and Haitians?
I don't really think there's really an issue, because we're all Caribbean people, so we all need to be one, and we're all African people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think there's an issue. I don't think there's really an issue. It's just sometimes you have culture difference, so some people don't understand one culture, and you know what I mean? But I don't really think there's an issue, I would say. We're all African people, so we should all try to work together regardless of which race or nationality we may come from. So that's
And we definitely can't let nationality be the reason that we're separated as African people, because we suffer from the same problem throughout the world. This is what Marcus Garvey came in the 1911, 1915s, where he said, man, everywhere I went around the world, black people at the bottom. And that has not changed socially and economically. So my question to you is, how can we change that dynamic to build amongst each other as African people? Because I'm of Haitian descent, right? And I had a lady tell me one time, she said, you Asian? Me not like no Asian. And I was like, damn, but we all one. You know what I'm saying? So how can we build that strength? Although you have not seen it, but I've experienced it. How can we build that strength between Jamaicans, Haitians, and the whole Caribbean?
just by working together. I believe if we work together towards a common goal, then we'll automatically build a strength. So this is good. This is a good event because it's a Caribbean event, although it may be reggae artists here, but this is a Caribbean event, right? We all represent the Caribbean. So this is a good event to get people together. Like you said, you're Haitian, so you're here at this event, and you're talking to Jamaicans, and they're getting them to know you opposed to just your nationality, you know what I mean? So I think this is a good start, having events like this, probably leading to different conversations in the future. So down here is a melting pot, so we have a lot of cultural events, and I feel like living here, like places like New York and stuff like that, is good for people of different cultures.
I mean, that could be good and it could be bad too, because if we let you step over. Go ahead, step over. That could be good and that could be bad in a way, because when we let people in our culture and in our atmosphere, they tend to take advantage of our love. When I look at Jamaica, East Indians and Asians are taking over Jamaica because we're letting them in, right? We're letting them in. So at some point, we got to practice race first and separate them out of that category. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. What I was saying was more so would be better for us I was saying what it would be better. I said Haitian, Jamaican, not so much Chinese, and like you say, Indian, but like Haitian and Jamaican, we're both African people, like you said. So I think events like this are good for African people in general. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really speaking for the other cultures outside of African people that originate from Africa.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with Peter Tosh?
Yes.
He has a famous song, which is one of my favorite songs that goes, no matter where you come from, you're an African, right? How can we push that element of Pan-Africanism in Jamaica? Because one thing I noticed in Jamaica, I'm getting off topic, but one thing I noticed in Jamaica, I talk to a lot of elderly Jamaicans, right? And they tell me that growing up in their culture, they used to practice pinching their nose, the baby's noses, to make the noses more smaller to look more European, right? And now skin bleaching is becoming a huge problem in Jamaica. How can we create that self-love of being African in Jamaica and throughout the diaspora again?
I guess it would just be like hosting events or like gatherings that make speech more knowledgeable. So like yourself, I feel like you're very important in that aspect because you're walking around here, you're speaking knowledge on even the topic in general. So as long as we can get started talking on the topic, then there could be a greater conversation on how to get started on that.
Okay. Is there anything you want to add before you go?
Oh, no, I'm all right. I appreciate you, my brother.
All right. I appreciate you too, man.
All right.
Peace, peace, black family. Who do I have here with me?
I'm just alone.
Okay, just alone. So let me ask you a question. You're Jamaican, correct?
Yeah, man.
Are you enjoying the Jerk Festival today?
Yeah, really enjoy it, yeah, so far.
Now, what does this mean to Jamaican people culturally?
Well, it's originally a lot of our culture started like from some African traditional to it moved off into different phases of music, rocksteady, and goes up to reggae and things like that. So it's a joy to celebrate,
Now let me ask you a question. You see the shirt I have on? Are you familiar with the gentleman I have on the shirt?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Now, Marcus Mosiah Garvey is from Jamaica, correct? And he is the creator of this flag, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yes. And one of the things that he taught within his movement that started here in America was Pan-Africanism, right?
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. From being an outsider in now, this is just me asking you a question. Where is the forefront for Jamaican people to pick up and practice what Garvey has taught his people?
I mean, people talking about Garvey and those heroes that passed through, but we need to do something positive, I think most of our people are still in like mental slavery. They need to come out of that now and step forward, Most time we wait until something happens. That's why Marcus Garvey said we would never know ourselves until we're back against the wall. So, we have to take up those initiatives and step forward, Now,
let me ask you a question on Pan-Africanism, right? Since Marcus Garvey taught that all Africans should do business, should love each other, what is the issue between Jamaica and Haiti? I can't find any historical beef, like they never had a civil war. Why is it that Jamaica and Haiti can't get along as a people? We're all African people. Why can't we get along?
I'm not sure about not getting along, but I know a lot of Haitian, we get on well, so I don't know officially what's the reason, Probably it's because, I don't know if it's a language barrier or something, but, we're all black people. We have the same type of, most of our cultural things are the same. So I don't know the reason why,
Now, let me ask you a question. Excuse me. How do you feel about the skin bleaching epidemic in Jamaica right now? Because that's huge. How do you feel about it? What do you think it comes from?
Could you repeat that?
The skin bleaching problem in Jamaica. Skin bleaching. What do you think it comes from? Why is it a problem in Jamaica?
Okay, I think originally it's because of society thing. How people used to treat people, especially when they are black, So I think people lighten their skin to, they have more confidence or something, But, I think they're still denying what they are, So.
Okay. Well, before I end this, I just want to know, do you have any solutions? Do you have anything you want to say to African people around the world? Because I am a Garveyite. I believe in what Marcus Garvey preached, Pan-Africanism. I believe that the African on the continent, here in America, in Jamaica, and Haiti, we all should do business. Do you have anything that you want to say to the people that can lift up this Pan-Africanism?
Yeah, what I would say to them is that we have to accept who we are and, help each other and, try promote the things that Garvey stand for. We are not doing that. All we do is talk, but nobody's stepping up to the plate to do the things, those heroes are already gone, and they expect us to do better than what they did, so we need to step up. We need some more leaders. We don't have any leaders, so each and everyone can come in themselves and be a leader, just lead from within themselves and go forward. Right now, we're just sitting waiting on somebody to do things. We need to take the business factor. Even we have reggae music and all of that, but we are not doing any business with it. Other people, white men and all those people doing all the business, making all the money. We just sing and they pay us. We need somebody to take up those initiatives and do the business, and make the money that, the business can go on.
Okay, and you segued into a perfect something I wanted to bring up. Right now, Asians and Arabs and Indians are flooding into Jamaica, right? And I know that the national anthem or the national saying in Jamaica is, out of one comes many. But that's not being practiced on the island. That's not at all. So how do you feel about this multiculturalism? Because what I see is a lot of people that's non-African descent comes into our community, benefits from us, because we love everybody, and they take advantage of us. How can we stop that?
People, especially the Jamaican, especially black people, families and so on, we have to come together to motivate ourselves. For example, we are not doing any business. Everybody like to go party, everybody want to sing, everybody want to DJ, everybody want to play soccer or cricket or some games, but nobody not doing the business aspect of it. We have to create a farm of thing that we can direct our own business and go forward. Right now, it is like no Jamaican doing that thing. We have other people coming in to lead us. Our government and our leaders, they don't have the right vision. They're like the self thing, but they're not promoting a community. They're not doing nothing to uplift the people and do all of that.
Well, I thank you for your time, brother. It's been very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Peace, family. Who do I have here with me?
Young swagger for the girl them.
Okay. So obviously you're Jamaican, right?
What you mean?
Are you familiar with Marcus Garvey?
What you say?
Are you familiar with Marcus Garvey?
What you mean? You have him put your shirt there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with his teachings?
Some of it.
Some of it?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question. How do you feel about the culture of dance hall right now?
Right now, new level unlock. Vendetta.
What?
New level unlock.
What does that mean?
Mean vendetta. Young Prince are in the dancer. But you don't know, a Gaza myself forever. Gaza, you see me? Empire. Big up a teacher. We're a boss, you soon come back already here.
Right, I'm asking, how do you feel about the culture of, because when I was growing up, let me give you an example. When I was growing up, right, reggae music was revolutionary, right? It was revolutionary, like Peter Tosh. You know what I'm saying? That was the first person I ever heard say that no matter where you're from, you're an African. You know what I'm saying? What has happened to that element of revolutionary Rasta music?
Yo, it's still there, man. Dancehall is a different genre. And you have reggae, which is a different genre. You have the artists that are bringing reggae same way. You have a new dancehall artists that are going to be the new upfront, for the new generation. Dancehall kind of change a little bit over the years, Different artists come with different style. Cartel come in 2000 and change the whole style from 90s with Bunty and Beanie. Now you have Alkaline, you have the Tammy Lee them, a new generation, you have the Popcorn them. I say tingo. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and I say change, it start my change a little bit because back in the 90s, I ABC lyrics. Now, I still vocabulary. You feel me?
So do you think that change has been positive?
not that really positive though, because in the past in the 90s, it never that violent. Right. Like now, the music then take it more personal now. So if a man say, yo, boom, boom, I'm gonna want to do that here, you feel me? Right. Yeah, but that's what I heard though, Jenna.
Do you know who actually is controlling the music when it comes to distribution?
Distribution, the elites them. Them know themselves. Right. Me and you not control nothing. I them control everything. Right. But otherwise, you don't know a thing though. If we get more promotion like all the American rapper them get it over here, I know they can, publicity and all them things that with a Gucci in Jamaica, but we not have it like them over here. But otherwise, we still try crossover same way.
Now let me ask you a question. Culturally, my mother's Haitian, right? Yeah. My father's from the continent of Africa. Growing up, there was an element of Haitians and Jamaicans didn't get along. Why is that?
Yo, the thing is, I'm not a prime Haitian. I love Haitian, I love all the Haitian woman them thing, But here me I try to tell you is, because uno more like French, and we more English, it's kind of different, you feel me? I can't really true, I can't understand them, and them can't understand we. You feel me? But I think so there's like a physical problem between us. I'm more like understanding based on understanding each other's culture, you feel me? Because I'm not wrong with Asian, I'm not wrong with them. Like we I see them young and the Frenchman come take over them, and the Englishman then take we over. You see me? So I don't say thing, no difference. You see me?
I got two more questions, right? Why is it that Obia, our African spirituality, Obia, why is it looked at negatively in Jamaica?
No, in Jamaica, not really say look on it negatively. It's just that because the Englishman then bring the Bible and the Christianity to we, and you already know some rules. At the voodoo and all them things, they would dance on fire. We never know about going to church or nothing. Right. But the thing is, because we accept the Englishman already and him culture and him teachings, when the voodoo come in, it's like, he look like something weird, you feel me? You feel weird, like, what the hell? We're not talking about Jesus, we're talking about different things, but that's the main reason. But nothing wrong with voodoo. Them call it voodoo, but basically, that's what we used to do in Africa. You see me? That's really African culture. We don't know about Jesus in Africa. In Africa, they worship the sun, they worship the moon. And different things, you see me, elements, but but I'll say things on me.
So this flag that I'm holding right here, right, and on my hat and on my shoes, is the Pan-African flag, right? And that flag was brought to us by Marcus Garvey, who came to America, obviously, and he created the UNIA, the Universal Negro Association, right? Why is it that this flag is not embraced by more Jamaicans? That Jamaicans embrace the...
Because the Britain them give we a flag and create a thing for we, remember, Yeah. So whenever I get the chance to have your own color and have your own thing, you see me? The British them say that a fool thing and that thing not gonna work with. You see me? So I like say we just take up a flag for our head. I them go say boom and say boom, 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 whatever is whatever, you see me? But otherwise, I love Jamaica,
All right, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your time, all right?
Straight.
Serious still no boss.
Yeah, serious thing about y'all. Do you know who Marcus Garvey is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You studied the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey?
Huh?
Do you study the philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey?
Yes, man.
Yes.
No heritage, sir.
Huh?
No heritage.
Yes, that's your heritage. That's all of our heritage. Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. What do you see some issues? What do you see some issues in Jamaica that you may want to address? Like I see a certain element of skin bleaching going on in Jamaica. Do you notice that?
Yeah, but in Jamaica, everybody's to their own belief, man. What they want to do, they do. It's life. It's not the culture down there, but it's just life. People do what they want to do. You know what I mean? Me, definitely, I have no problem with that. I'm just staying to my natural skin. Definitely, you know what I mean? But anybody do what they want to do, There's only one thing I don't support in Jamaica. It's Batman shit, bro. No Batman shit down in Jamaica.
Do you know where that cultural hate for Bati boy stuff comes from?
Well, it's come from back in the creation, I guess. It's a cultural thing, like I said, so it's from there, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And straight up, I believe in that. Fucking a man to a woman, not more. Yep.
A black man to a black woman, right?
No, you could be with a white woman. Hey, listen. Hold on, brother. Don't get the thing twisted, okay? The white man come in our country and they mix, so it's just go on from there. We didn't make it. It happened down there, so hey, that's it. Well, ask me something else. Do I respect a white woman over my black woman? Fuck no, I respect my black woman. I understand? I'm not underrating woman, but when it comes to my black princess, that's where I'm at. You got me? Yeah. So that's all the cultural true belief, brother.
So just to backtrack a little bit, I'm going to you one more question, or actually a statement, right? So in Jamaica had one of the biggest breeding salt farms, right? And one of the things they used to practice in Jamaica was called buck breaking, right? And it was,
What's that?
I'm going to break it down for you right now. Buck breaking is where the slave master used to take the most dominant Jamaicans, right? Tie them down and then do boxy boy stuff with them, right?
So you get gunshot, yeah.
So this is where culturally that hate for boxy boyness comes from, because it comes from slavery, right?
Yeah. You should definitely get gunshot for that fuck, man. Yeah. No play number 2 in my country. Fuck no.
Okay.
Yeah, we fuck woman. We know it as gallus in Jamaica. Gallus. Like 40 to 1 man. 40 women to 1 man. We appreciate that. Okay?
All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you. Peace, black family. Who do I have here with me?
Bob.
Bob? It's a very generic name, Bob. So you're at a jerk festival, right? And you seem to be Caucasian, right? Of European descent. How do you connect to this culture?
My friends from school.
Your friends from school? Okay. Now you obviously have a love for Jamaican or African culture. Are you doing anything to uplift the culture?
No, it's just for the food.
Just for the food. Well, I appreciate your honesty in that. Have you ever traveled outside the United States?
Traveled outside of the U.S. a couple times when I was younger.
Okay. Any places in particular?
St. Martin.
St. Martin. Okay, and let me ask you a question on a little bit of race relations here in America. How do you perceive racism here in America?
I mean, you can tell it's there. It's not, you don't have to sugarcoat shit.
Right. Well, I'm not going to bother you. Obviously, you're here for the food, and I'm going to let you enjoy the culture. Do you have any uplifting words that you want to give to what we call good white people, right? Because I notice there's a movement now where white people want to help black people, right? And in some sense, I'm a fan of Marcus Garvey or Garvey. Do you know who Marcus Garvey is? No, not at all. Okay. He was one of the biggest Pan-African leaders. And one of the things that he said was, Africans must do for African people, right? So let me ask you a question. How can white people help black people, African people, without joining their movements?
Just kind of let them do their thing and just let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing? What about if they attack other races?
What do you mean?
If they attack other racist systems, or because we suffer from systematic racism, right? It trickles down from the system and it eats up in the society. What I'm saying is, how can white people combat racism without joining black Afro groups, without getting involved in our organizations?
I think if you see it, just kind of let it be known. Like, let people know that shit's fucked up. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate your insight on that, all right? Enjoy some good church, and have a good day. All right. Peace, black family. Who do I have with me? You come over a little closer.
I'm Rhoda.
Okay. How are you doing? How old are you, sweetheart?
I'm 16.
16, okay. And you're a proud Jamaican, right?
I guess.
You guess. You're at the Jerk Fest. You got the flag on. You know what I'm saying? You say you guess you're a proud Jamaican?
I am a proud Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have visited the island before, correct?
Yeah.
Right. And it's beautiful over there, right?
It's lovely. I love it there.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. Do you know who this gentleman is on my shirt?
No.
No, he's one of the national heroes of Jamaica.
I've never heard of him.
His name is Marcus Garvey.
No.
Your parents never talked about Garvey at all?
No. I was probably taught. I was probably taught about him at like Jamaican summer school, but I don't remember.
Okay. You mind if I give you a little brief history about him?
Sure.
Okay. Well, he is the inventor of this flag right here, which is the Pan-African flag, right? And he was a Jamaican that came to America in the 1900s, and he signified or made one of the biggest African movements that we have, which is called Pan-Africanism, right? Now, this movement was one of the first movements for African people fresh out of slavery. he gathered 15 million Africans together on every continent, right? And he created a sense of love, like black pride. And what he taught is that Africa is for the African and that we must racially connect with one another. No matter if we're from Jamaica, Haiti, American, we all suffer from the same problem. So that's kind of a brief history of Marcus Garvey.
Oh, that's so cool. I never knew he did that.
And he actually founded, or not founded, but influenced a lot of the movements like the Black Panthers, you know, the Nation of Islam. He was the first to signify that. He came from Jamaica, right? So there's a lot of history, rich history in Jamaica that I think the youth need to pick up on, right? Because it shows a pride, not only a Jamaican pride, but an African pride of what we can do as a people. All right, do you have anything you want to say before you go?
I'm gonna look up more people like Marcus Garvey and learn more about my culture and my history.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie. Have a nice day.